Welcome in, welcome in. Come on in, come on in. Good afternoon. Blessings to everyone. How are you today? Welcome in, welcome in. I hope everyone is having an awesome afternoon, an awesome day. And how is everyone today? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How are you today, Kingdom? Come on in, welcome in. Blessings and good afternoon. How are you today? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How is your day? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How are you today? Welcome in, welcome in. Just getting my laptop set up here. How are you today? Welcome in, welcome in. My daughter did something with my laptop last night and she fixed my issue. But I gotta show her there's something else. So we'll see if we can get that done this evening. How are you, Kingdom? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me get my glasses, get my specs on here. How you doing today? Let's see. Welcome in. I don't know what she did. She helped me with one thing, but now I can't see the notes. Let's see. Hold on one second. Bear with me. That is odd. That is so strange. I cannot see the notes. I'll have to show her that. Sorry, I'm not tech savvy, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Lawrence, good afternoon. Lawrence says, good afternoon, treasure and family. Glad to see you and chat with everyone. Yes, Lawrence, how are you, love? How are you? You've been MIA. We missed you. Are you doing okay? How are you? How are you today? And welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. Welcome in. How are you? I sent you a little, if you check your notifications, I sent you a quick message the other day. And yeah, I was just, hadn't seen you in a good. That is awesome. Lawrence said he's very good. Good. Awesome. How is everybody else? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Today is kind of like a carryover from yesterday, and today's topic is some of us, and I was guilty of this, of sticking beside the narcissist in fear of being single, not wanting to start over, not wanting to break up the dynamics of having two people in the household, and what does that look like for you guys? Is that something that had stopped you or is stopping you from leaving? What does that look like? And Kingdom, how are you guys today? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I welcome you. I hope you are having a fabulous day. And how are you guys? How are you guys as we come in, as we get started with our conversation today about continuing to live in insanity, continuing to live in that vicious cycle, all because we're afraid to start over. We're afraid to try something new. We're afraid to be single again, you know, to what that looks like. And even knowing that there, right now, unfortunately, there is nothing out there, very little. And just knowing that there's the dating game has changed so much. There's so much games and manipulation and so many more narcissists now, that you don't want to deal with that. So sometimes people have the mindset is, well, I know what I have, but I don't know what I'm going to get kind of mentality. And that's definitely, when you're dealing with a narcissist, you definitely do not want to have that kind of mindset. Because one, we have these kids in these toxic relationships, and then it's not a healthy thing. And then we know that everything does get worse as time goes on. So what is your take on staying in a toxic relationship because you don't want to start over, because you don't want to be quote unquote single again? You don't want to get back out there. You don't want, maybe it could be, sometimes people say that they stay because of the kids, where there's nothing healthy about staying for the kids, because the kids are seeing all this toxic behavior that is not a healthy thing. And then, you know, you may have that where they learn these traits and then they pick up on them and they think that this is the right way to live and the right way to respond. And then you get into that, the kids get into that cycle, and then they carry it on. So it's definitely not. And then sometimes it's financial. I know a lot of people stay because of having the two income household and worrying about how the bills are going to get paid. So all of these things do go into play as to why a lot of people decide to stick beside the narcissist or that toxic person, because of that and so many other things. So Kingdom, how are you today? And what is your take on this conversation? What have you experienced? Um, is that a valid statement to say that a lot of people do stick beside them, even though they're wrong, even though they're wrong and strong, even though they're disrespectful, even though they belittle you and devalue you, they love to embarrass you in public. I think they get kicks out of that, and so many other things. So Kingdom, how are you guys? How are you? And what is your thoughts on this topic? And did you find yourself in that type of situation for maybe those reasons or other reasons that you would like to share? How are you guys? How are you guys? Come on in, and welcome in, and let's have a discussion today. How are you guys? Everybody's so quiet. Everybody is so quiet today. Hi, Vanessa. How you doing today? Welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, come on in. And Lawrence, so happy to have you today. So happy. Vanessa says, I think for me, I'm doing great without the narc baby daddy. The narc friend, I'm slowly letting go of him because he isn't a nice person, but he pretends to be a nice person. Okay. All right. So it's awesome that you are doing great without your child's father. That is amazing news. That's really good. And I'm hoping that we still have the no contact in place, which is always going to be amazing, especially if we know that if we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. expecting that different result like we talked about yesterday, and then not getting a different result, just getting something worse. So that's awesome. And then, so your friend, you said that you're slowly letting the friend go. What is your stance on how is that gonna transpire? What are you gonna say to the friend to let the friend know that you don't want to be friends with him anymore? What is that gonna look like? Vanessa says, definitely I have no contact with him. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, so let me know. And then let's talk about the title today is what is your mindset as far as, or what was your mindset if you're no longer in it? What was your mindset on sticking beside this toxic person, and what did that look like? Which kind of ties into yesterday, where we talked about the living in the insanity and doing the same thing over and over again, expecting that different result. And what does that look like for you guys as far as, are you guilty of that? I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of staying because of all of the above. So am I alone? Am I alone in saying that, I stayed because I didn't want to start over. I stayed because I didn't want to go back out in the dating scene. I stayed because I didn't want to be single again. I stayed because I wanted a two-parent household. I stayed because of finances. I'm guilty of those things. I'm definitely guilty of those things. I'm asking, am I alone in saying that? Or is it a common thing that you feel that maybe people in general do kind of stay in these toxic relationships because of those things, and then maybe even more? So what is your take on that? Vanessa says, I'm not focusing on the narc friend too much. I feel the friendship with him will end when it's the right time. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Sounds good. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so I really think that when we put things in perspective, it's not healthy to stick beside someone who doesn't mean you good, obviously doesn't love you, goes out of their way to hurt you, to control and to manipulate you, and just make you feel like you're less than nothing on a regular basis. That's where they get their joy, they get their kicks off of that. So in staying, are you creating a monster when you stay and you accept this abuse, you accept the distasteful behavior, all of the toxic things that they do? Are you creating a monster? Are you creating a monster by doing that, by making the person think that their behavior is acceptable and that you'll accept whatever they give for those reasons and so many more? Hey Patty, how you doing today, love? I messaged you earlier. Did you get it? I think it was early this morning. I saw you had made a comment and I messaged you. Did you see your notifications? I did send you a notification. And how are you doing today, honey? How are you doing? Patty said, really? Okay, got to check. No, not yet. And sad. Okay. So, Patty, does this topic apply to you? Is this something that took some days off of work to slow down? Yeah. So, Patty, is this topic a topic that, okay, so Patty, are you still there? Are you still in the relationship with the narcissist? And Vanessa says, the narc friend wanted a relationship, but I decided to stay with my current partner because I felt that he has more to offer. I really saw another side to the so-called friend that I didn't like. Okay, okay. Um, all right. So Patty, um, what are the reasons why you are staying in the relationship currently, right now? What are the, let's say, what are the top main three reasons why you feel that you are staying in this toxic relationship? Um, Patty said, but I feel like he's discarding me. Yep, I saw that message this morning. Being mean and sometimes scary, acts nice, then nasty. Um, Patty said, I feel like I did love him or do love him. Okay, so you're confused. And I understand that. I understand how you are coming from a genuine place, and you want for him to be fixed. You want for him to change. You want for him to do better. Um, okay, so let's take it from this stance. Um, since you've known him, in whatever time that is, has he gotten better or has he gotten worse? Um, Progressively, has he gotten a little better? He's better now than he was a year ago, or from a year ago to now, has he progressively gotten worse and worse and worse? So let's, excuse me, let's let's address that. Let's figure that part out. Lawrence says, I believe sometimes the narcissist lowers your confidence. Yeah, and believe in, to make you believe in yourself, that we stay because we tell ourselves the devil you know is better than the devil you don't, which is a lie. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I agree. I completely agree. I felt exactly the same way, in the, you know what you have, but you don't know what you're going to get, because there's so much disgusting things going on now, in relationships, and just a lot of disloyalty, um, n- uh, almost like no morals, no values, no loyalty at all. So yeah, I agree, Lawrence. Yeah, I do agree. And Patty says yes. Patty says totally. Um, let's see. Okay, I see what happened. It switched my notes from under to on the side. So I got it. Let's see. Hey, business. How are you today? Welcome in, love. How are you today? Business says greetings, treasure kingdoms, and everyone. Yes, blessings and good afternoon. How are you today? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And Zola, how are you today, love? Were you able to get I saw your chat. I'm sorry, my daughter and I went grocery shopping last night, and then she decided that she wanted to make pizza when we got back home. So I didn't have my phone, but then when I did check, I saw that you weren't able to get into to watch the live. It looks like you were trying to get the replay. Were you able to get it to work? I hope you did. Let me know. And then Patty says 6 years worse. Yeah, yeah. Puts on a front sometimes. That is good. In the last year, gotten so bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Patty, you said that you think that he's about to discard you again. What is making you stay in this relationship? What are the reasons why you are deciding to stay? What are some things that are going on that you made a decision that you're going to stick beside the narcissist? What are your reasons? My reasons were afraid of being single, afraid of starting over, wanted a two-parent household, didn't want to get divorced because in my mind that was taboo. And then due to finances, having that other income coming in. Those were my reasons. I feel like being transparent is always the best way to go. So those were my reasons for staying. Let's see. Okay, so Vanessa says, the narc friend was there for me when I was going through a bad patch. I know I have to let go of the narc friend. I know it will happen in time. Okay. When I saw my mother yesterday, she actually told me that the narc baby daddy tried to friend request her on Facebook, but she blocked him. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Zola says, I could hear you, but wasn't able to live chat and see the chat. That's weird. Because I rewatch. I usually at night, when everything settles down, I usually watch it back, and I was able to watch it. So maybe your connection was bad. Maybe that might have been a possibility. Sometimes going all the way out, and look at me, I have no idea about technology, but sometimes maybe going all the way out and then coming back in does help. So I don't know, maybe try that and just logging out of YouTube all the way and then maybe going back in and then hitting it again and see if you get it. And then Patty says yes. Patty says, don't want to give up. Okay, I understand. Okay, so I have a question for you, Patty. What are you giving up? Because I'm going to talk to you like I wish that someone had talked to me. And I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm just going to pose some questions for you to maybe that you haven't thought about. But what are you giving up? What is it that if you are not in this relationship, because obviously your reason is not what my reasons were. I was deathly afraid of starting over and being single again. So this topic is about me. This one's about me for sure. Um, so what is it that you're giving up? If you walk away from this relationship, what are you giving up? Let's name some things that you will be giving up if you walk away. Hey, Truth, how are you today? Welcome in. Truth says, hello, I'm watching from Gambia. If the narcissists want to discard you, can be difficult. Every situation is different, of course. Yeah. Yep, that is so true. Absolutely. Let's see. Patty says, maybe I'm so, what is that? Able? Maybe I'm so able. What is that, honey? Let's see. So let's figure out the reasons why let's figure out what you said you don't want to give up. What will you be giving up? Let's see what you'll be giving up. Vanessa says, I'm finding it difficult to let go of the narc friend, but I will get there. Okie doke. Sounds like a plan. Patty says, I make good money. Okay. Just sad though, really love him. Okay. So, Patty, I have a question for you. You love him, but does he love you? Does he show you? Because everyone can say that they love you, but does he show you? Does he show you that he loves you? And the question is, do you love him more than you love yourself? Do you love him more than you love yourself? And does he show you? Does he show you that he loves you? Does he respect you? Does he honor you? Does he communicate well with you? Does he treat you like a queen? So the question is, what are you giving up? What are you giving up? What are you giving up? So you love him, but the question is, does he love you, and does he show you that he loves you? And what are you giving up if you walk away? Let's see. Lawrence says, please everyone, please everyone smash the like button for the algorithm. Likes means a lot to the platform. Lawrence, you're too much. Oh my goodness. Oh, you make me laugh. I love it. Lawrence says narcissists abuse their partners because they can't regulate their feelings, so projecting is safer for them. The way they treat you is how they really feel about themselves. Yes, 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 yes. 100% accurate. Yes, that is very true. They do not like themselves. They absolutely hate themselves. And so they project that onto others. Yes, Lawrence, you're absolutely correct. That is very, very true. Very, very true. Patty says, I was all in. I give up on him. Okay. All right. So Patty, I'm going to tell you to fast and to pray and ask God to show you what is the right thing to do. We know that throughout the 6 years that he's progressively gotten worse. We know that within the last year, he's gotten even worse than ever, which is very, very, very common with them. And then we know that he's going to get worse. That's a surety. If you think you know him now, you have no idea. So, fast and pray. You say you make good money. I don't know if you have a home together, but sometimes, and I had to learn this, sometimes we have to give up on things on people and things who are draining us, who don't mean us well. And it's not a healthy thing, because right now I feel it. I feel that you are being drained, completely drained. You're losing who you are as a person. He's tearing you down. He's mistreating you. And okay, all right. So my suggestion would be to make a plan A, B, and C and move in silence. Do you have kids together? I think you said you didn't have kids, if I remember correctly. There was no kids, but just remind me, because I do talk to a lot of people. So yeah. We have to start making some adjustments. We have to start making some changes. We got to work on ourselves. We have to build up our self-confidence. We have to know that we are worthy. And being alone and being single is actually not that bad. It's not that bad. It is actually not that bad. You have peace. You have peace. You have peace. You have peace. You don't have someone tearing you down. So it's just perspective on how you look at it. You have to weigh it. You have to weigh it. How much are they contributing of value, of worth? And then how much are they devaluing you and lowering your worth by you being with them? So we have to sometimes, and it's a hard decision. It's not easy. It's not an easy decision. But sometimes we have to choose ourselves. We have to choose ourselves. And especially if you have no kids, you have to choose yourself. The Medea movie, I Can Do Bad by Myself, is a true statement. It's an absolute true statement. So having this person who's sucking the life out of you, tearing you down emotionally, making you feel like nothing, doing everything in their power to just destroy your fiber, your being, is not healthy. We have to choose us. We have to choose us. And if we have kids, we have to choose our kids. That's what we have to start doing. We have to know that we don't deserve to be treated like that. And guess what? Someone out there, this person is treating us like trash. Guess what? Somewhere out there, somebody is going to treat us like kings and queens. You better believe that. It's just, you have to go through that period of separation where you work and build on yourself. In the meantime, but there is a king is looking for you. A queen is looking for you right now, praying on their knees for you right now as we speak, saying, God, send me my queen, send me my king, send me my kingdom spouse. That somebody is looking for you right now. But you can't get that if you're in this situation. It doesn't work like that. So sometimes we have to separate. We have to separate. We have to, when a missile goes up, its base and the missile have to detach. When a woman has a baby, the baby comes out and it detaches from the umbilical cord. There has to be a separation. when you plant a seed in the ground, the seed doesn't stay in the ground. It sprouts up. There is this germination part that transpires where the seed breaks up and becomes a plant. It doesn't stay when you plant that seed, it doesn't stay a seed. It separates and does what it do. We have to do that. We have to do that. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. But we have to choose ourselves. We have to choose us. And when we're going to do that with the love of God, leaning on God and asking God to direct us and show us what to do, how to do it, when to do it. And God is going to open those doors. We just got to tell him that's what we want. But in the meantime, we're sick. We're making ourselves sick. They're making us sick. We're lost, confused, anxious, anxiety on high. No. Sorry, my daughter's texting. Sorry. So we gotta change our mindset. We have to change our mindset. Zola said, I stay because when the love bombing would come, I would be reminded of the reason why I married him in the first place. I was afraid of making God disappointed in my because of my marriage vows, right? So you didn't want to get quote unquote divorced because we know that that's something that's not it's not a good thing in our eyes. It's not a good thing to be divorced. So we wound up saying, so yeah, I understand. I completely understand that. Patty said, don't know what I'm giving up. I do everything for myself. I'm going to read that again. And I'm going to, God said, speak up, you're too low. I'm going to read that again so that you can hear it. I'm going to read it again so you can hear it. Patty says, I don't know what I'm giving up. I do everything for myself. So what's the reason why he's there? Why is he there? To rip you apart and tear you down? Why is he still there? Why are you still there? When you do everything for yourself? You're the man and the woman, it sounds like. I'm just gonna pose some questions. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate today. So these are questions that we have to ask. We have to ask ourselves. We got to get down and dirty and ask these questions. Why am I here? Why am I here? What is the real reason why I'm still here? Why I haven't walked away? Business says, Vanessa, good discernment isn't a nice person. He pretends to be. And I really saw another side. I thank God for giving us all discernment. Yeah. And you know what? The more we use it, the stronger it becomes. If we push it aside and ignore it, it'll lessen. But if we listen and we're obedient and we listen to it and we use it, it does become stronger and stronger and stronger. Discernment is a very, very powerful thing. Yeah, it is. Absolutely is. Let's see. Hey Cheryl, good afternoon. Welcome in, welcome in. And as you guys come in, if you would hit the, as according to Lawrence, if you would smash the like button, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. It just supports this channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Cheryl, how are you today, love? Welcome in. Lawrence says, hello, Cheryl. God bless. Yes. Patty says, he's been he's been being downright evil lately. No no such disrespect as of late. Patty, honey, we got to get you out of there. We got to get you out of there. We got to get you to see that that's something that we know that you don't want to do, but you have to do. You have to. If he's getting downright evil, God knows, only God knows what he is going to do or what he's capable of doing. You said the last year he's gotten progressively worse. You know the movie Forrest Gump? Run, Forrest, run. Run and don't look back. If we gotta help make a plan for you, if that's what we gotta do, that's what we're gonna do. If we gotta figure out a plan to help you, if that's what you need, we're gonna help you. Do you have a friend that you can stay with? Do you have a family member that you can stay with in the meantime until you figure everything out? What time does he go to work? When can you get a truck? When can you get a storage unit to put everything in for right now? And when he leaves to go to work, if he leaves at 7:30, the truck is there clearing everything out. You can put it in storage. In the meantime, stay with a friend or a close friend or a family member in the meantime. And don't say a word. Not a word. Not one red cent. Don't say anything. Don't say I'm sick of you. Don't say I'm out of here. Don't tell him I'm leaving. Don't tell him I'm looking for a place. Don't tell him I'm going to stay with a friend. Don't say a word. Because let me tell you, you said that you think that this card is coming. The next discard is coming. He ain't telling you when it's going to come. He's not going to volunteer that information to you. You know why? Because he wants to cut you to your core. He wants you to hurt. So he's not going to pussyfoot around you and just, I got to make sure that I don't upset. He's not doing any of that. He wants to drop the mic. He wants to drop the bomb. He wants you to feel it in your whole fiber of your being. He wants to hurt you. That's what he's planning. So if he can make a plan and say nothing to you other than to be cold, dirty, and nasty and evil, then you start making a plan for you. And you move in silence and you say nothing. I knew what you meant, honey. No worries. You say nothing at all. And you create your plan. You make your plan. You don't tell people who would go back and run and tell him what you're going to do. And you say nothing. You make that decision for you. For you, not for anybody else. For you, not for him. He doesn't love you. He's made it very clear. And I'm not just saying this to just to you. I'm just saying in general, they don't love us. They don't love us. They don't love us at all. It's all fake. It's all pretend. And that love bombing is only because he thinks that you're pulling away. So he's watching because they're very observant. They notice everything. So he's noticing in that love bombing stage, he's noticing you're quiet, you're pulling away. So he's like, okay, I gotta secure the bag. I gotta make sure that she doesn't go anywhere. Narcissists don't want you to leave them. They want to be the ones to do the leaving. So come up with a plan A, B, C, and like Annie always says, sometimes maybe even a D. Go get yourself a storage unit. Leave work a little early one evening. Stop by and get one. That's plan A. Plan B, figure out who you're going to stay with. Plan C, get you a truck on a day he's going to work. And you and a friend or a close family member, when the dust goes off and he's off driving off to work, you pull in. See ya. See ya, I'm out of here. And when he comes home, let him figure it out and block and delete his behind. Period. Period. End of story. And he'll be looking for you, like me and my God sister said, he'll be looking for you in broad daylight with a flashlight, and he won't be able to see you. Zola says, although it hurt so bad, the best my husband ever did for me was leave me. Amen, amen, amen. Amen. Guess what? I'm struggling. Guess what? I'm struggling, but guess what? I'm okay. I'm okay. God will figure it out, and God gonna help me work it out. Somehow, some way, I'm trusting in him. Amen, amen, amen. Amen. Zola, amen. Amen. I do my lives every day about the same time. Other than when the kids are, even when the kids are here, y'all hear the peace in this house. You can't buy it. Nobody can package it up. And no one can sell it to you. And you can't pay for it. Peace is everything, especially as I like to say vintage, especially as you become more vintage. Peace, your peace is everything. Everything. Last night, me and my daughter went to the supermarket. We came home. She wanted to make pizza. We bought stuff for pizza. We came home. I played my music. She made her pizza. She baked her pizza. She ate her pizza, and she was happy. And honey, y'all, that's something simple, but hello. Nobody, oh, you making pizza? Why you don't buy pizza? No, putting everything down. No, peace is everything. Everything. Vanessa said, I saw a side of the narc friend that shows what a nasty person he is. He has little to no respect for his mother, and he always bad-mouthing his baby mother. He lies so much about different things. Vanessa, we talked about this already. You're holding on for some reason. But he's showing you, and he's showing you who he is. So, my motto is cut it off. Cut it off clean. Cut it off. If it's not serving you, if it's not honoring you, and it's not respecting you, cut it off. But that's your decision that you have to make. If you want to hold on to him for whatever reason you're holding on to him for, just know that you do have your mate. And if this person is trying to weasel his way in to take your mate's place, you're playing a very dangerous game, because your mate could get into something, and that could cause a whole different thing. That same thing that happened with Tyree, I believe something along those lines happened. The cop was the baby daddy, and then Tyree was the boyfriend, and the cop got upset that the boy